Verizon is the #1 network, Miss Sheila. So you're going right.
Well, see, I use Verizon for my cell phone, so I love it.
Hmm.
But I
It's
love
#1.
yeah, well, I love Xfinity, but guess what? It disappoint me on the Wi-Fi.
No,
So,
you do not love Xfinity. We're not going to talk about that. You do not love
oh, that's
Xfinity.
because you work for Verizon. I got you now.
It's #1 for what? But seriously, it's #1. I know I better shut up because Andre gonna get us. But I'm telling the truth.
I heard you. You got your little last point in. Go ahead.
It's okay. But go ahead, Andre. You was telling us something.
Yeah, I was talking about the. Sorry about that. I got kicked off, but I was just talking about the compensation plan. You want to learn it. You want to jump in there.
Yeah, I know.
Learn it for yourself. Like I always say, when me and our teacher first joined my econ, we did not understand the compensation plan, but we couldn't rely on Marquell or
Right.
explain it to us. But we watched the video every day or every week, or
Okay.
once a week, until we did understand how it works. Because you got to be able to explain that to your
Yes.
organization, your hierarchy. You have to see
Yes.
yourself with a huge business and be able to answer those questions. So I'm not saying if you have any questions, don't ask. Definitely ask, but the more you take the time to learn it for yourself, the better off you'll be, because you can
Yes.
explain it to your teammates as they join. Now, you don't have to, nobody fully understands the compensation plan in any company for the most part until you start getting up in the ranks. And
Right.
you want to understand it as much as possible. I know with the changes as well, you really want to go back in.
Yes.
I've already gone back in there and taken a look at what changes they have made. But bottom line is, if you have a question, feel free to ask, and I'll answer to the best of my ability.
Okay, thank you. Because if they keep changing things, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to get this down first, but it's okay. I'll get it one day.
Here's what I will say about the compensation plan. You want to build your organization. That's all I will say about it. Build your organization, because when right now, Mr. Stokes have taken out the generational override, which he will be putting back in over time. Not saying if he'll put it on the upfront or on the back end, but it will be back on time, because he can't go too long without doing that. But it's just to clean out some mess from what I understand. But what I say is build your business, because when it comes back, the money will come flowing into your account like a flood, and that's what you want. Build your business, build your builders, so when he puts that money back in, when the promotions come in and stuff like that, and the holiday promotion, all that stuff kick in, you have an organization that's not only ready to build, but also trained to go out and build as well. So your income will multiply exceedingly.
Okay, thank you.
So our residual is growing on a monthly basis. We're excited about that. Last month, our entire organization probably brought in about 50 to 60 people that we got paid on. So it's working. It's definitely working. So continue to believe that you can build this business and keep pressing forward, y'all. But you only get paid to talk to people here. You only get paid to talk to people and close and sign up, people for the membership and for the opportunity. So if you're not doing those two things on a daily basis, then you're building. But if you're working the strategies, then work the strategies. No big deal. But I don't want anybody to fool themselves and saying that I'm building if I'm not reaching out. And it's the same thing for me. I know if I'm not reaching out to somebody each day, I'm not building. You got to be talking to somebody. Okay. Cool. So tonight, let me see here. Artisha, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? All right. So we're still on the book, Law of Confession. Did anybody get through the book yet?
I'm moving
I'm not
along,
finished yet.
but
Yes,
I'm not
I'm not
finished.
finished.
Okay. I'm not either. So we're going to continue on through the month of June with the book as well. So our teacher, she's reading it for the second time. She's had it for a while. So we're going to continue on through this month. And she's going to share with us a few notes. If anybody have anything they want to share that they've learned from it, feel free as well. Let me go ahead and introduce it to turn it over to our teacher.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. And I heard that everybody's been reading, and I hope you've been enjoying the book. Again, I'll say it once, I'll say it again, that this is a great supplement to your Bible. And I know it sounds like, oh, this is our business. What are we doing? Reading, a Jesus biblical God book. But it's because this type of book has the type of information that is life-changing, that can change your life. Andre and I talk about this book in some form or fashion every day, not just because we're reading it, but because we hold each other accountable for the things that we say, because where you are now, Andre said this previously, but where you are now is the sum total of a lot of the choices you've made based on the things that we've all said. So in order to make changes in our lives, in our overall lives, in our businesses, in the lives of family members, relatives, co-workers, etc., in those situations, we need to change what we say. So the first point is on page 112. I think if you're kind of wanting to finish it by the end of the month, you should be around page anywhere between like 100 and around page 119, pretty much halfway through, since we've extended it for 2 months. The first point is page 112 at the bottom, and it says, I know, Andre, are you pulling these up?
Yeah, Kindle is coming up right now.
Okay. At the bottom of page 112, it says, do you know that when you hear yourself say something, it has a huge impact on your own mind and heart? God knows this, and the devil knows this, which is why they both want you to speak words that agree with their plan for your life. If you speak God's word, you will get God's plan. If you speak the devil's words, you will get the devil's plan. So immediately, one thing that comes to mind is, for instance, how people really quickly, and I hope this doesn't offend anybody, but you say, oh, I think I'm getting SICK when you cough, or I think I'm getting SICK, or I'm getting the FLU, or these type of things. Okay, it may seem simple. Do is by your words you invite those things into your life, and that's just a very simple example, but again, our words matter. So when we're talking about our businesses, our bank account or whatever, things aren't looking right, say the opposite of what you would normally say that things are looking up for me, things are changing for me. That's the whole point of us reading this book, so that we can do better and change the things that we say. The next point is page 116, starting with you can change. It's pretty much the last sentences of the chapter, page 116. It says you can change your life and receive all God has for you by simply changing what you hear, particularly what you hear yourself confessing. Then, instead of seeing everything through your issues, you will perceive everything through God's eyes. So instead of looking through the lens of your problems, you'll be able to see everything based on what God's word says about the particular situation. So in order to know what God says about the particular situation, you've got to get in his word. So page 129, at the bottom, page 129, starting with not out on a limb. I apologize.
Right there.
Yes. What does it say? You know that you are not out on a limb. You are standing on the rock of God's word. And it says here, next page, 130. I apologize about that. I'm not sure about page 129, but there's a lot on that page. But anyway, we'll move on to the next point, which is page 130. And at the very top, so the very next page, it says God wants you so far out in faith in him that if he doesn't come through, you're really going to fail big. There is no limit for you except what you place on God. When you put your trust in him, you have no limits. He is waiting on you to take a step beyond your own ability so that he can get involved. His ears are itching to hear you declare his will and word so that he can perform it. And I know it's a crazy thing, letting go of control, because that is something that I work on daily, is trusting God and not placing him into my little human compartmentalized box of the way that things should go. Page 131, we have two more points. Page 131, last paragraph of that chapter. It says, when you are faced with impossible situations or heart-wrenching tragedy, remember the saints who have gone before you. Build your faith by reading Hebrews 11 and meditating on those who overcame insurmountable odds with their confession of faith. Then speak only the truth of God's word and refuse to budge until you see his promise manifesting in your life. So I believe, and this is my personal belief, that there were so many things going on during that time of day back then that the Holy Spirit, that God put on the writers of the word to only tell some of the situations that were like the worst of the worst of the worst type situations. Like, that's impossible. Like, that's really impossible. No, that's really impossible. A passage like Hebrews 11, and you hear about Rahab, you hear about Abraham. There's a lot of other folks in there. Paul, all the stuff that he went through. I don't know if he's in Hebrews 11, but in any regard, it's to show you that you can get through whatever it is that you're going through here in this day. The last page is page 139. It starts with, when we believe. Oh, at the top of page 139. When we believe other people are our problem, what happens to us? We just get more and more frustrated, bitter, and angry. But the Bible says we are supposed to go into Canaan with joy. So basically, I think the reason why I pointed that one out is because before, he's just talking about in the paragraph on page 138 at the bottom, he's just talking about us thinking that other people are our problem, the man and, family members, co-workers, whatever. They are not our problem.
Go back, Andre. You had it at the top. Go back one.
Think the way that we think.
Oh,
so,
okay.
And that's all I have for tonight. So I hope that you're enjoying reading what was said, or anything that they read, or how it's been changing your life. We definitely want to hear it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Good stuff. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
I think our
Real
internet
good.
being was a little slow. Okay, perfect. So, good stuff, Artisha. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks,
Appreciate
thanks,
that.
Artisha. Thank.
All right, all right. Now, what I um, what I do, like our teacher said, we talk about this all the time at home, and we talk about this book, and we're constantly learning and growing and reading and getting better. And I say, I don't. When we get on this call like this, I see it says right down here at the bottom of my screen, it says 6 people, but I always put a 1 and 2 zeros in front of it, so it's 1,006 on here. So I'm not worried about who's on, because if there's 1,006 people on here, how I know who on and who's not on? It don't matter. If it was one person on, it's 1,001. So it doesn't matter who's on. It's what I say is on. I have what I say. It's just got to catch up with me. Everything else is what I say. Everything else around me has to adjust. So I'm not even concerned about that. We go with the goers. So that's what's important. If we got 1,000 people, I don't know who's not on. I don't know who's not listening. I don't know who just got their face on there and they over there clipping their toenails. It doesn't matter to me. I'm here to build my business and build an organization and share it with those who are ready to roll. So with all 1,006 people on here, I'm glad that you made it on here and that we can learn and grow and build our business, because we have 12 months for the next convention. And we want to be ready to walk across that stage. And that's why I said in the post, I said, don't give me a thumbs up. I want you to declare it. I want you to command it. I want you to speak it and say, I will go across the stage as an infinity. I don't know how it's going to be done. I can care less how it's going to be done. That's what I say, and I will have what I say. So now, of course, faith without works is dead. So we're going to put the works behind it and learn what it is that we need to do to get there. So also the Bible says, write the vision. Yeah, internet is tripping. Write the vision and make it plain, so you know how to run when you read it. Okay. So I already put together a game plan that we are working on, and that game plan is for a team is 5 personal active associates each month. Okay. Also, all you need to focus on is 5 personal active associates each month. This would be our 2nd month in implementing that. But I know that this business is just like a farmer. It's seed time and harvest. So just because we implemented on May 1st, I don't expect everybody to hit 5 new recruits by May 31st. But we continue to put it out there. I don't expect it to happen to have 5 personal on June 31st or June 1st. But I know that, and any farmer knows that it takes about 90 days for seeds to be planted, anywhere from 90 days to 120 days for a crop to come up. So you build this business in waves, in 90-day waves, but you get that momentum flowing, and then you go from there. So this is the game plan as far as a team. If you don't have a game plan, you need to have one. So it's 5 personal. I think everybody, the way our business works and the way it's set up, everybody can get 5 if they're really working, okay? And start believing that you can and putting forth the effort to make that happen. Once you get your 5, then you want to start helping your teammates, start training teammates to get 5. So you want to be working with at least 3 to 5 people each month, plus continually get your 5 and teach them how to get 5 consistently every month. Your ultimate goal is to build what we call double-digit recruiting teams. What is that? You have at least 10 to 15 people a month in joining your organization. Okay, so you have a team of anywhere from 3 to 5, at least a minimum of 3 people who can get 5 each month. That's 15. So that's what we call a double-digit recruiting team. Once you get that going, now all you want to do is continue to perpetuate that. You get 5, teach those teammates how to get 5, have teams that can produce 10 to 15 new teammates every month. You build that over time, your business will grow and explode, and it will be continuously building and recruiting and it's a system where building and recruiting never stops in your business, okay? And that's what you want, all right? Now, so that's for our team-wise. So our goal is what I'm looking for is for me to personally do 5, and I'm looking for 2 or 3 other people who can do 5 as well, and then we can lock arms and continue that out, and then train our new people as they come in to get their 5 and continue to build double-digit recruiting teams. And that will pretty much grow your organization without me getting all into the details of the numbers and how that'll pan out. So really, really keep that in mind. Just keep that number 5 locked into your brain, and then know that I need to build double-digit recruiting teams. Why do you want to do that? Because all the leaders and all the $1 million earners that I listen to, they all say the same thing. Your business will not start growing until you start bringing in more than 10 people a month, okay? More than 10 people a month, your business is not going to grow, because out of that 10, you're going to find 2 or 3 people that will stick their head up and start building, okay? Out of that 10, you're going to get 2 or 3 that's going to stick their head up and start building, and then they're going to do the same. They'll duplicate it. But you got to get this thing off the ground, all right? So we have about 4 or 5 legs in our business that are doing about 10, 15 new people a week, okay, sometimes 20. So we have people that join our business on a monthly basis that we have no clue who they are, where they come from, or what, you know, and it is happening on a consistent basis. That's not nearly what we want. We want to multiply that times 10 so that we have 200 people coming in every week into our business, or 2,000. So that's the goal. So now that's that's a team goal. So as a team, that's what we want to get going. All right. But now what I've done is, because my goal is to be a CEO Infinity, I will be a CEO Infinity in time to walk across the stage. So what I challenge everybody to do, to at least at minimum, be an Infinity. If you're going to build, if you plan on building, to be an Infinity by the time we go to Atlanta, so you can walk across the stage. Now, how do you do that? You eat an elephant one bite at a time. So you have 90 days, right? So you can build this business in 90 days. So you have how many? 4, you have what, 4 90-day quarters and then over the next 12 months. So what you want to do is you say, okay, if I'm not an EVP Gold, I have 90 days to go EVP Gold, okay? And then I take the next 90 days and hit EVP Platinum. And then you got 6 months after that to work towards Infinity, okay? So set you a timeline to be able to make that happen. Then you need to figure out, what do I need to do to hit Infinity? All right. So I hope you're taking notes on this if you're serious about hitting Infinity. So does anybody know how many active associates you need in your organization to hit Infinity? Anybody know how many active associates you need in your organization to hit Platinum? Does anybody know how many active associates you need in your organization to hit Gold?
Can I guess on that one?
Heck no. Heck no.
All right, I'll leave that one alone.
Sheila, I think I was here. It's either 8 or 10, I thought.
Okay, so I know there's been changes in the and reason why I say heck no, because you got to know if that's the next level that you're working towards. You got to know what it takes. If you don't know how to hit you don't know what the goal is, you'll never hit the goal. So you got to know what the goal is. I know I don't look at the promotion, because the promotion, we have so many changes going on. I keep it at the standard, and which is 10. So I know EVP Gold is 10. I know EVP Platinum was always 80. I know Infinity is 400, and I know CEO Infinity is 1,000. Okay, so those are the numbers that I work with. That way, I don't get affected by any changes that's made. All right.
Oh no.
Okay, so then the next thing I look at is you have to understand that most people see CEO Infinity 1,000 people. How in the world am I get 1,000 people? Or they say Infinity's 400 people. How in the world I'm gonna get 400 people? I have a problem getting one. Okay. Or they say EVP Gold is 10. How am I gonna get 10? Understand that this business is built with put it this way, this business is built with the next promotion level in mind. Put it this way. So let's say a EVP Gold, if you continue to produce EVP Golds, it's a system, okay? All you got to do is focus on producing EVP Golds and you'll hit every rank level, put it that way, if that makes sense. So if I need to hit platinum, which is 80 active associates, all I need to focus on is how many EVP Golds do I need in order to hit platinum. So if it's 80, I need to produce 8 EVP Golds, and I'm guaranteed to hit platinum every time. Okay. If I want to hit EVP Infinity, which is 400 active associates, I need 40 EVP Golds. I'm guaranteed to hit, and here's why I say EVP Gold, because you can work with a teammate and get them to EVP Gold. You can't give them the motivation and everything they need to get to platinum and push them on to Infinity and CEO Infinity, but you can work with a person and get them to gold. And then you can get somebody else and get them to gold. It's up to them to go from there. You can still coach them and lead them, but once you've got them trained, they should be able to go on their own and go and build. Okay. So you want to build your business based upon, and that way you have a system that all I have to do is keep producing EVP Golds, EVP Golds. So I bring a new person in, I get them rocking and rolling, have them put together their list, we go and see their people. Now, how do I get them to EVP Gold? They need 10 active associates. So I go and get them 3 people and help those people get 3, or help those 3 get 3 and 1 more. That's 10. All I have to do is keep duplicating that system over and over and over again, and then teach them to duplicate that system over and over and over again. Okay, or 5, like we always say, with 5. Help them get 5, or help 2 people get 5, right? Or help that one person get 2 people or 3 people, and then teach them on how to get 5. Put it that way. That's the easier way. Then that's 15. So now you've produced an EVP Gold. You want however numbers you want to play it, but you want to produce EVP Golds and keep talking to those people about producing EVP Golds. Now, so really keep that in mind. Now, my personal goal is, again, not only to hit infinity by convention, but my goal is, and I'm just going to run off my goal, and the reason I'm going to run it off to you is because you need to sit down and play with the numbers. Any millionaire that's planning on making millions will always sit down and figure out how much money I'm going to make if they believe that they're going to make that money, okay? Any millionaire that believes they're going to make millions, they sit down and count the money. If I do this and we sell this many, we're going to make this much money, okay? So you got to sit down and write the vision. Make it plain so you can run when you read it, okay? So I'm always devising game plans. I'm always sitting down looking at what do I need to do. So my goal is to hit CEO Infinity by convention. Not only that, I want 2 CEO Infinities by convention in our organization. So it'll be a total of 3 of us walking across the stage. Now, how do I make that happen? I'm just going to give you my numbers and what I'm working on. I figure if I can produce 30 EVP Golds, that'll give me 300 active associates. I'm just going to say I need 1,000. Let's say I need 1,000. That would give me 300 active associates. Okay. Out of those 30 EVP Golds, my goal is to coach 15 of them to platinum. Okay. 15 of them to platinum. Out of that 15, I want to coach 7 of them to infinity. And out of those 7, I should be able to pop out 2 CEO Infinities. Will it work that way? I don't know. But all I know is when I'm done, that I'll have over, 4,700 active associates. Income residual wise would be $33,000 a month with $402,000 a year in income, residual income. All right. Write the vision, make it plain, and then run. So I have my sights set on not only bringing in my 5 every month, but taking 30 of them and turn them into EVP goals, and then coaching them. So I got to get my coaching skills up. I get my closing skills up, and then coaching them to 15 of them. I'll be talking to 15 of them about all 30 of them actually about going to platinum, and knowing 15 of them will hit, right? And then here's another thing. I don't believe that I have to play thousands of numbers to get that, to make that happen. We're talking about the law of confession. So I believe I can use my mouth, right, to call those things to be not as though they were. I'm calling out 15 platinums out of these 30 EVP goals. And out of those 15 platinums, I'm calling 7 infinities for. Out of that, I command 7 of y'all to go infinity, okay, over the next 12 months. And then I command 2 of y'all minimum to hit CEO infinity. All right. So now what I do, I write the vision, I make it plain, I put it on my wall, I put it in my bathroom, I make copies of it, put it all over the house, and that's what I'm running with. I don't care what nobody else doing. I just lead from the front. I just work my plan and go from there, and then do it all over and over and over and over again. So that works for me. When that works for me, now I'm going to take it and duplicate it all throughout Florida, because my goal is to dominate the whole entire state of Florida with my econ. All right. So that's just a little bit on goal setting. Take your town, your city, break it down. Okay. What are the 7, 8 major cities in your area that you need to have, that you need to be running at? You need to run your town. You need to run your whole, not your town, your state. You need to run your whole entire state. It's wide open. Don't nobody know about my econ. It's all yours. Any questions on that? All right. You got to have a vision, y'all. You got to have a vision. You got to put something together. If not, I'm telling you, you won't. You're spinning your wheels. You got to have something that's bigger than you. Like our teacher says, something that you can believe God for. That's way beyond what you can believe. Okay. Average people don't do that. We're not average. Average people just don't do it. Okay. They don't do it. They just talk to 1 or 2 people here. They sign up, they fall off. I make $30. I try to, one day my big break gonna come. No, it's not. It's not gonna come because you're not expecting it. You don't believe you receive it. It ain't coming. I tell our teacher today, I said, we have to stop living at the level of which we speak. Okay? We have to live, we have to stop having what we say, or what we see. We need to start having what we say. All right. So we have to stop living at the level of which we currently speak and live at the level of where we want to go. So we have to speak that, where we want to go, see ourselves there, and don't bend, don't change for nothing until you see what you've been saying about what you want to say. All right. So, okay. So another thing that we're doing is we're talking about, we're going through the fundamentals of the business. I spoke last time about Mr. Curry says that he wanted to play pro basketball, but he didn't make it there. One of the reasons why he wasn't able to make it there because he didn't master the fundamentals. So we have to master the fundamentals of this business. So every week we're just going to go through a fundamental of the business. Last week we did Peak and Pass, which was Memorial Day. And then the week before that, we did prospecting. So today we're going to talk about a little bit about the presentation. Now, I've been doing a lot of talking, so it's time for a couple role plays. So let's get to the presentation. Okay. So who's available for a role play? And while we're determining that, I did change, I mentioned it last week on the call, I did change the video on the website, the Young Wealth Builders website, to Brian Bean did an updated presentation with talking about the compensation. Actually, he doesn't even go over the compensation because the compensation has changed. So he really didn't even go into detail with it. So I just replaced my presentation with his for right now. So we're currently using that on the website, and I put another Mr. Stokes video in there as well. So it's a quick 23-minute presentation. It's very good, and he always does good anyway. So let's work that as far as presentation is concerned. So let's get to the presentation. All right. So,
Andre, I'll role play with you. What would you like me to do?
Okay. Start from the Peak and Pass, and get me to the presentation.
Okay. So you already watched the video, or where are we?
Yeah, we can go from me watching the Peak and Pass. We can just do presentation. So I watched the 7-minute video. Now get me to the presentation.
Okay. Okay, so what I'll say now is, okay, you watched the video? Okay,
Yes.
And you want more information? Okay, I do have a information or a presentation that I would like you to watch. It may take about 30 minutes of your time. You think you have time to watch that?
No.
You don't have time? Okay. Would you like to give me a call back when you do have some time? Because I would love to give you that information.
Sure.
Okay. Do you know when you might give me a call?
No, I'm just kind of busy right now.
Okay. Well, I'll leave you my information, and you can give me a call when you get a chance.
Okay.
Andre, what the devil?
What's wrong with that?
Say that again.
What's wrong with that? You did good.
Okay. I was waiting for some good stuff. I didn't know you were gonna go out I'm like, what the devil?
Well, sometimes it might be like that, and I want to get us out of the mindset of thinking that it's gonna always go good, because it's not. And you need to have the esteem to know that people are going to do that. People are going to act like that. So when it doesn't go the right way, it shouldn't be like, oh my God, they don't qualify.
Well, yeah, that's the way I felt. Like, dear Jesus, I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
Yeah, they don't qualify for your time right now. Next.
Right.
I'm not sure what happened with that, but oh well. Next.
Yeah.
But you asked a question. I said I want more information, and you asked me, do I think I'll have time to watch it? You pretty much want to assume that they say they want more information, so you just go ahead and assume. You want to take control. And then when I said no, you said, well, do you think you know when you'll call me? Now it seems like you're kind of begging. So just let them go. Say, hey, no, I don't have time to watch it. I was pretty cold, so.
You sure was?
Okay, that's fine. I'm not sure what's going on, but all is well. Thanks for your time. Give me a call when you're ready.
Okay.
And be out. Okay.
Well, you really truthfully.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, truthfully, Andre, you threw me off guard. I was like, what the devil? I didn't know what happened.
Well, it's because you asked me that question. So I want you to assume. I said I want more information, so you go ahead and say, I'm going to get that information over to you. And then go right on into everything. So let's go ahead and run that back.
Yeah. Okay. So you already watched the video and all that stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll get that information right over to you. Did you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Sir? I said I'll get that information right over to you. Would you like me to send it via email or inbox you?
Okay. Text is fine. I'm gonna interject on the role play there again. Text, if you sent the 5-minute video through text, just keep it right. Keep it right there. Don't even give it an option.
Okay, cool.
Say, okay, I'm gonna send that. Yeah, just keep flowing right on through.
Okay, I'll get that information right over to you. I would like to give you a call back after you view the information. Is this a good enough? Okay, are we talking on the phone or what?
Yeah, we're on the phone.
Okay. I would like to speak with you after you view the information. And what's a good time I can give you a call? Either tomorrow or Wednesday? What's a good time I can give you a call after you view the information?
Okay. Tomorrow is fine.
Okay, great, awesome. What about 12 noon?
No, let's do 4:30 if you're available.
Okay, okay, I'll give you a call tomorrow at 4:30 after you review the information in its entirety. And I may have my business partner on the line. So would you give me a call if something arises where you're not able to make that appointment at 4:30?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, well, give me a few seconds. I'll get that information right over to you, and I look forward to hearing from you tomorrow
Quick,
at 4:30.
quick question. Is there a fee for this?
Well, there's no fee for the information I'm giving you, no, sir.
Right, for your program, though. Is there a fee?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you view the information, and then after you view the information, then we'll talk about a fee. How's that?
Well, I need to know if I'm spending, if I gotta, I just want to know how much it costs. There is a fee though, right?
Yes, there will be a fee, but I would like you to view the information so you understand what's going on, okay?
It's not okay. I need to know if it's gonna cost me money because I don't have no money.
Okay, awesome. Okay, I'll tell you what. When you get some money, why don't you give me a call back?
Damn, Miss Bonetta.
Well, you're welcome. Have a great day.
All right, that's one way. Don't be.
Andre,
I
your
did
phone
that.
is breaking.
But
Andre, your
Miss
phone
Bonetta,
breaking
you
up.
was on the phone with me today.
Andre, your phone breaking up. I couldn't hear you.
Okay. You were on the phone with me today, right?
Uh-oh, he went away again.
You can't hear me?
Andre, you went away. Hello? Uh-oh.
Are you there?
Is it my phone?
Can y'all hear me?
Sheila, you still there? Oh,
I'm
shoot.
still here. No, I'm still here. Bonetta, we can hear you. Andre can hear you.
Erica, you there?
I'm
Oh,
here.
he's frozen again?
Oh, it's you.
Okay. Andre, you there? Okay, but I can't hear you. I guess my phone died.
I can hear you.
Oh, man. Hold on. Hello?
I can hear you.
Oh, my God. Dang it.
Just hang
What
up.
the devil? Okay, I'm going to try. Dang, I don't want to hang up. Shoot. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me try this. Oh, there's somebody chatting me.
You must have hit a button on accident.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, I'm going to hang up. I don't want to hang up because I'm going to lose you guys. Okay, I guess I'll hang up. Okay, wait. Can you hear me now? No, I can't hear me. Okay, there you go. Okay, great. I'm sorry. I switched phones. I think that phone must have died.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
What
I
did
was
you
gonna
say,
say,
Andrea?
you were on the phone with me earlier today, right? With the young lady, Miss Terry, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Was that her? Did she ask me, was there a fee?
No, I don't think she did. Did she?
Yes, she did.
She did. She did. I didn't hear. Well, we had bad connection earlier, but she did what she said. She said, "Is there a fee?" And what did you say? I didn't hear you.
I told her it's $50 one time, $34.90.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did. But go ahead. Go ahead. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So don't be afraid when people ask you that. Sometimes I say it depends on what we decide to do when we get back on the phone. It can be anywhere from $10, which is the cost of the cash flow manager by itself. It can be $10,
okay, gotcha.
or it can be $34.95 a month for a membership. I'm not afraid to tell people what it takes to get started, and then sometimes I'll even come back and ask them, why do you ask? Is money a challenge for you? You know?
Okay,
Or
you're
I'll
right.
say, make sure you look at the information, but it's $50 one time, $34.95 a month. It's very affordable. I said, and if everything makes sense to you, we can show you how to have it pay for itself. Does that make sense?
Great.
And, go from there. So you don't have to, try to figure out how to handle that as an objection. Just be straightforward. It don't matter,
Okay.
That.
Okay, cool. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, it's fine. So, but good. As far as setting the presentation, Another thing is you did good. I mean, it's pretty simple to get the presentation out, but we definitely want to hit on. You want to make sure that they couple tips. You want to make sure that they do watch the presentation when you get back on the phone with them. Not even if you ask them. Not what happened with us today, Mr. Panetta. I'm saying when you get on the phone and you start doing the close and you've asked them, did they watch it? Sometimes they'll say yes, and they'll actually be lying and they didn't watch it. So based upon the questions that you ask them, they will tell you if they watched it or not, but you got to be listening. You can't be so in tune trying to get them in to join your team that they didn't even watch. They don't even know what they're signing up for. So they'll say things like, so tell me what this is all about. Like, fool, didn't you just watch a 30-minute and another presentation? Didn't you just watch it? Didn't you just watch it? Yeah. But I don't understand what it's all about. Okay, well, ask them a question just to make sure. Some people still will say it. I'm not calling them a fool, but some people still will say it after they watched everything. I still didn't pretty much grasp everything. Well, ask them a question. Say, hey, well, what specifically didn't you not understand? And then they'll say, well, I understand the whole concept. I mean, you know, you get people to join, and They'll start saying crazy stuff that had nothing to do with income shifting. And you ask them another question, well, what part did you like the best? Well, I liked it all. I mean, all of it made sense. I ain't never heard it before. Like, you ain't watched this information no more than the man in the moon. You know? And then I'll ask them one more question. I'll say I'll ask them something in the presentation just to verify, because again, if they're talking crazy, then I'll say, well, what about the part where he said about the W-4? Did you understand that? Well, blah, 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 blah. You know, they don't know what you're talking about because they didn't watch it. I've had that happen plenty of times. And the guy was like, well, I only watched a little bit of it. I just need you to go ahead and break it down to me. All right. Now, what do you say when they say, I didn't get a chance to watch all of it, but can you just go ahead and give me the gist of it? I really didn't have time. Or like a lady told me the other day, she said, I didn't watch all of it because it just seemed like a whole bunch of hype. What do you say? What do you say to that?
Well, in order for me to help you, or we proceed with this conversation, I need you to need you to listen to the video in its entirety.
Right.
I'm not going to be able to help you without that.
Right. Right.
Because that particular person needs to know what's going on. I can't explain. I can't talk to you if you don't know what's going on.
Right. So one of the things we're going to get good at is questions. So you really want to get good at questions that will affect your prospect. And one of the questions, and we got 1 minute and we're done. But one of the questions you want to ask them, again, you want to be thinking personal financial success, and say, you know, like the lady told me, she said, it was all hypey to me. I said, let me ask you a question. That's how you grab their attention. Let me ask you a question. Are you serious about building wealth and changing your life? Yes, I am. Absolutely. Well, great. How long do you think it's going to take you from where you're at right now to build wealth? It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Exactly. So if you're not willing to take 30 minutes to watch a presentation, how are you going to build wealth over the next 5 to 10 years? Wow. Exactly. So my question is, are you willing to watch the information and always come back with the negative? Always hit them with the negative to let them know that you're not trying to get them. Are you willing to watch the information, or should we just call it a day right here? Okay. When you hit them with that negative, or should we just let the situation go? They will, it's on them. It's now on them. They're always going to say, I'll watch it, because they don't want to be held responsible for making the wrong decision. Okay. I'm not doing that to be negative, but if you go negative, they'll go positive. They want to do the opposite of what you're trying to get them to do. Okay. So you say, well, you need to watch the information. You just need to go back and watch it. Well, I'm busy. I got a lot going on, because they're going to try to do the opposite of what you're trying to get them to do. So it's psychology. It's just people. That's how they act. So you want to make sure that they watch it. If they're lying, and you'll be able to tell. Another thing I ask people is they'll ask a question like, they'll say, well, how much all this cost? Don't, oh, it's $34.95. I'm talking about after you're doing the follow-up, while you're doing the follow-up, they ask that question. How much does it cost? Well, did you get a chance to watch the video? You said you watched the video, right? Yes. What did they say in the video that it takes to get started? I want to ask that question because, again, I want to make sure they watched the presentation, okay? So sometimes they'll say, well, I think it was like $34.95 or $49.50, or I saw the software, they said $179, so I just was trying to make sure. Then I said, oh, okay, then I'll explain it to them. But sometimes they just, again, you can tell by the question that, I don't know, I don't remember them saying it. You didn't watch the information, you were playing with your children, or you were driving and just letting it play or whatever. You didn't give it your full attention. So I'll always invite them to go back and watch it if they want to. Do you have a desire to go back and watch the information so you can get everything you need to know? Okay. And leave it up to them. All right. So presentation is pretty easy because all we have to do is just send it over to somebody. So you just want to have your game plan set. And this is not just for you. This is for you teaching your people. When I always teach presentation, I always tell the teammate that you want to write down, I normally say 4 things. When I'm sending a presentation, I want to let them know that how long the presentation is. It's going to be 30 minutes long. Okay, I'm going to get that information sent over to you. Second thing I want them to know is that I like to schedule a time to follow back up with them after they had a chance to watch everything. Okay. Third thing I want them to know is that if anything comes up and they're not able to keep that follow-up time, I need them to let me know that. Okay. And then the fourth thing I'll let my teammate know is that to let the prospect know that I will probably, I don't know, I'm not sure because I don't want to scare them, but I will probably have my business partner on the line with me as well. Not my upline, not my sponsor, my business partner on the line with me as well to answer any questions that you might have. It's like Ms. Burnett, I like the way she does it. I have a treat for you. I have my business partner on the line, and they'll be here to answer any questions that you might have. So from a trainer standpoint, talking to you as a trainer, you want to make sure you teach your new teammates how to send over the presentation with confidence. Tell them how long the video is. Tell them I need to schedule a follow-up. Teach them how to schedule a follow-up. Okay. Teach them how to, the way I do it is I break it down in 3. What day is good for you? What time of day, early or late? And then what time, 7 or 8. Okay. So for instance, I say, I'm available. I have some time to get back with you to follow up with you on Tuesday, or will Wednesday be better? Let's do Tuesday. Early or late? Late. 6 or 8? 6. Great. So I'll look back for it and then I'll read it back to them. Look forward to following back up with you on Tuesday at 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock, whatever time I said it. And again, don't forget, if anything comes up, let me know. And I'll probably have my business partner on the line with me as well. Okay. Any questions on that? Presentation. Sending over the presentation with confidence. All right. Cool. Real simple stuff, y'all. Again, it's just duplication. We have that down. So what's after presentation? So we're going to talk follow-up, close, follow-up next week. So one of the things we're going to do is what I'm learning, especially dealing with our people, is that we'll talk about it later. But there's a few things that we're going to have to be very good at with our craft, and that's being able to negotiate. So we'll talk more about that next week. So everybody's good? No questions? Okay. So I'm going to challenge everybody tonight. Put together a game plan. Put together your game plan over the next 90 days, over the next 180 days, over the next, it's 90 times 3, 270 days, and then 90 times 4, the next 360 days. So put together a game plan to infinity, okay? If you plan on going Infinity by the convention, going across the stage. If you want to go across stage as an EVP, great. If you want to go, congratulations. If you want to go as an EVP Gold, great. If you want to go as an Infinity, be among the best of the best. As an CEO Infinity, be among the best of the best of the best. Put together a game plan, and I challenge you to have that game plan ready next week so that you can declare it in front of all of us. All right, Ms. Bonetta?
Yes, but I also wanted to know if we could do the presentation again, because I did jack that up earlier. My phone situation, my situation. I would love to try the presentation earlier. I mean, again, or maybe I can call you over the phone. Maybe we could do that then.
Okay. Yep. We can do it real quick while we got you here. If anybody,
Okay, but everybody probably want to leave me.
jumping on, y'all have a good night. Go ahead, Miss.
And you want to be sweet to me this time. Okay, Andre, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, I watched that video. It was awesome. That was good stuff. What else you got for me?
Okay, I have some more information. I'll send that right over to you, okay? And how soon could you watch that information?
I'll probably watch it tonight. If not, it'll be in the morning.
Okay, awesome. Well, I would like to do a follow-up with you. Can I call you tomorrow around, what would be good for you, morning or afternoon?
To follow back up with me after I watched it,
Yes, sir.
I would say about 12 o'clock would be good afternoon. Anytime after 12 is fine.
Okay, how about if I give you a call tomorrow, maybe about 1 p.m.?
1 o'clock, I can do that.
Yes, and hopefully you have watched that video in its entirety, okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Quick
Okay,
question
what
before
I'm
you
going to
go.
do is give,
Quick question. Is there a fee to get started?
yes, there is a fee. There's $50 to start up, and then there's $34.95 monthly.
Okay.
You think that'll be a problem for you?
No, not at all.
Awesome. Okay.
As long as it's worth it.
Okay. Say that again.
As long as it's worth it.
Oh, definitely. It's worth it. Why don't you look at that video and we'll discuss that some more tomorrow? How's that?
Sounds good.
Awesome. Okay. What I'm going to do is give you a call tomorrow at 1. And what I would like for you to do is watch the video. Also, I'm going to have my business partner. I'm going to have a treat for you. I have my business partner on the line. And we'll speak with you then, okay?
Okay.
If something should arise, excuse me?
I said that sounds good.
Awesome. If something should arise where you cannot make that appointment at 1, why don't you give me a call and we can reschedule if you would like.
Okay. Sounds good.
Awesome. Okay, I'll get that information right over to you, and I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow at 1.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you,
good,
sir.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Excellent. Excellent. Also keep this in mind, everybody, is that we're marketing, we're marketers. So you always want to create, at every chance you get, you want to create a value gap from your product or service. You want to continue, you want to create value in your prospect's mind, meaning you want them thinking that this is so awesome, this is so great that I got to have it. And so a point where Ms. Bonetta said, it's $50. I just thought of something when you said it was $50 and you said, yeah, so it's $50. So watch it. You did great. But one thing you can add in there is, like, I'll say something to a person like, well, I'll tell you what, it is $50 to get started, $34.95. But me personally, I pay $179 to get started, $199. So you're getting it. If we decide, I'll plant that seed. If we decide to work together, or we decide to do business together, you trust me, you're getting it for a steal. So I don't even feel bad for you right now. I'm mad at you. So you'll be absolutely cool not to take advantage of it, especially once you see what it is that we do. So I always create some type of value. Another thing that I would say, like I told the guy today, I said, plus, and this will influence them to watch it even more. When I say it's $50, I say, you know what, too? Ms. Bonetta, the great thing about that $50 or the $34.95 a month, we're going to show you after you watch it. Again, I'm planting that seed. After you watch it, I'm going to show you how to get that paid for 3 times over. Okay.
Right. That's what you said earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you
Would like
don't
to know how to
pay
do
for you.
that? Absolutely. Great. We'll talk to you tomorrow after you watch everything. You know. So again, you want to create that value gap and always influence. All right. Always put them in your business. If we decide to work together, if everything makes sense, if we decide to do business, once you get started, using words like that are very persuasive and influential. All right. And
Okay.
say, okay, everything makes sense. Look forward to welcoming you aboard. If not, thank you for your time. You know, saying things like that. Just little bitty lines.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Appreciate y'all. I told my wife I'll be done by 9:30, and it's 9:40.
Oops.
So,
Okay. Well, thank you, Andre. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
all right.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Hope that was good stuff. No, it was good stuff. All right. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Good
Good
night.
night.